Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new here, I'm Auji, and this is Sacred Libra, where we talk all things Libra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see what's going on with you, Libra. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Any Libra placements, welcome. This is also a timeless message, so take it whenever it resonates. Going in for an oracle read for you guys. All right. Let's see. Oh, I didn't like how that one cut. Is it just me, or do the cuts got to be smooth? Do the cuts got to be, especially that first one. I ain't like the way that one cut. So let's see. Much better. Much better. Much better. Ooh, first card coming out. You are sacred. Can't really see it, but it's a nice card because of the glare. Ooh, sight of the owl. Okay, so for some of you guys, your sight. Your sight. Your sight is what keeps you. The fact that you are sacred too. The fact that you have the sight of the owl. Some of you guys make more enemies than friends. You make a lot of friends too, but you have a tendency of having these close enemies, almost like frenemies too. With the fern, it's like people, negative people surrounding you, negative situations, negative things. Also, your sight can bring about negative situations, negative things happening and stuff, because a lot of people, they could be resistant to your wisdom. And so you could get the label of being like judgmental. You can get the label of being a lot of different things, because a lot of people are resistant to your sight. Also, there's a need for you to treat yourself sacred and watch who it is that you hang yourself around. Spirit is definitely going to give you some insight, so you won't be alone with this. But basically, is the message is watch who you be around. Watch who you be around. Watch who you be talking to all the time. Watch who you be loving on. Watch who you be, spend the majority of your time. Watch who you let in your energy. Watch who you let in your house. Watch who let cook you food. Watch who you be around. You're going to get some type of vision. Something like some type of sight. The fern is basically that you got a lot of negative people around you. You see this whole forest? That's equivalent to the people. See this whole forest? That's equivalent to the people, okay? You are rising right now out of this darkness. And I do feel like there's a lot of people who could have trampled on you. You could be going through some type of dark night of the soul here. You could be going through some type of darkness. You could be going through a lot. And you are rising above from those ashes. You are also the phoenix. So you have a new story. There is a death, though, that's happening here. And you're rising from some type of darkness. So the pits of... It reminds me of the story. And maybe because I just watched the story like a couple days ago. But the story of Joseph. How like he was literally thrown into a pit and then sold. And literally from that day, he was coming up. And it seemed so different. Like, I was literally watching it like, how was he able to deal in a way? How was he able to, stay faithful in a sense? You know what I'm saying? Because from that day, he started, all of his gifts were recognized from jump. From that day, he was like being used for a greater purpose. So you may think some type of betrayal is actually like the stepping stool of your bounce back, of your claim to fame, of you getting right into the spotlight, you being right where exactly you need to be. So don't be, of course you're going to be upset, but there's a need for you to look at things crazy. People who have this crazy way. I have a crazy way of thinking. There's a need for you to look at things crazy, like you rise from the dirt, you rise from the ashes, you rise from the things that's supposed to burn you up, that's supposed to hurt you, that's supposed to scar you. And not only are you like rising, but you're going through this transformation. It's coming from this darkness, this dark period, this dark time. You can be in the spirit of darkness, a season of darkness right now, but you are about to rise and transform with the raven. High sight, number one, you got the raven here. High sight, this is truth. This is also balanced energy. You are about to become one of the greatest versions of yourself. One of the greatest versions of yourself. Something is molding you into the greatest version of yourself. But I feel like the moment that you get thrown into this pit, we're going to use the pit. That's the moment you're going to realize, I feel like, there's a lot of people around you that don't need to be around you. You also have this light. You have light, soul loss, and gathering. So there's an exposure of a loss. And I'm getting this real uncomfortable feeling. Like this very uncomfortable feeling of the spotlight exposing the very thing that you want to keep hidden. The spotlight exposing the very thing that breaks you. The spotlight exposing you, rawness and your brokenness. And then from that, you lead to a harvest. So right now you could be in a time where you feel like you are being exposed. Right now for some of you guys, you could be going through some type of humiliation ritual or something like that, where something is being exposed. But it's leading you right to your harvest. The outcome of this is a harvest, is you gathering your blessings. There's light shined on both. For some of you guys, you went through something that changed you. You lost someone, you lost a piece of yourself. It changed who you were, which I feel like that soul loss has a lot to do with this rise, the rise of the phoenix, this phoenix energy that's coming out, because without that thing that broke you, you couldn't possibly let certain pieces die or wither away. I feel like somebody went through some type of deep hurt, and not only did they go through the deep hurt was exposed here. I feel like there's a person who needs to be really, really careful and compassionate with themselves. All right. We got the river woman, and we have these forest tears here. Look at the river woman carrying, like, watering without a care. Watering your garden without a care. Understanding that life happens. So there's just a reason. There's just an understanding of life happens. Everything happens for a reason. And there may be a solution or answer, may be something that you may not understand right now. You may not know what that reason is. But a part of having faith is understanding that there's a bigger picture in all things. There's a bigger picture. There's love in the end of all things. And I do feel like you thinking like that continues. It just, there's like an everlasting flow of water. It's almost giving 3 offerings. For some of you guys, you may need to go in nature and grieve. But it's giving like an abundant flow of water. We have the river woman, which is, she is an abundant woman who gives freely, who knows that the universe has her, God has her no matter what. It's all, everything is for her good. So she's constantly in a state of abundance. Then you have these forest tears of you kind of releasing things, connecting back with nature, grounding yourself a little bit more, stabilizing yourself a little bit more, really, really directing your energy in the places that you want to direct it in. But this is also like a natural, like getting back to the basics, spending time with Mother Earth. Then we go into this energy is the offerings. This energy is you being able to give back. So I'm feeling like something is a cycle here. You've been able to give something back. There's a need for you to give thanks to your ancestors, give thanks to your angels, give thanks to your spirit guides. But this is like a cycle of you getting something back or something happening for you. We do have the spirit of the east, the spirit of the south, and sacred temple here. Spirit of the west. That's water and fire. Connecting with your emotions. Somebody needs to connect more with their emotions or connect with the water sign. Somebody needs to connect more with their spirit and passions and creative side. So water and fire, that's all feminine sides of the, no. Yeah, that would be feminine sides. Water and fire. Guessing that is feminine sides of the elements. So there's a person who needs to connect more with their feminine side. There could also be a feminine that you may need to connect more with. But something is good for your soul. Something is good for your body. There's something that you create or some type of creative energy that you get into. It's good for your soul. It's a certain emotion that you connect with that's good for your soul, that's good for your body. Something is really, really good for your body. Neglecting your passions and your creations and your emotions, it causes havoc on your body. So you can probably see it in like overly drinking things, going into different addictions, or you can see it as overeating. You can see it as, depriving yourself of sleep, something like that, that it shows in your body. So definitely make sure you notice that. Okay, we do have the ceremony and the warrior woman with the womb. The war is over. The war is over. I love that card. But the war is over. It's time for you to have a sacred ceremony. The war is over. The battle is over. And you have been pregnant. You have been touched. You have a seed that is healthy. And it looks like it's ready to pop. Look like it's ready to come on out. The seed is ready to come out. So there's a need for you to celebrate. There's also a need for you to pray and give thanks to your ancestors about the war being over. Warrior woman. The end of the war. But somebody needs to realize that the war is over, not just for them, but for the baby that they're bringing in, for this new beginning that's coming in, not just for them, but for the baby that they're bringing in. All right. You do have you are sacred here. There's need for you to treat your body as a temple. Treat your body as you are sacred. Treat yourself with some high energy because you are sacred. That could also lead a lot of people around you that don't like you. Just because you are. You could have an amazing body, a glowing skin, beautiful face. It's something about you that just screams like, okay, this is special. Or this is something here. Shed light on your inner emotions about you. Oh, it can get real, real triggering. Shed, also, you loving yourself more, it makes you balanced in your emotions. When you love yourself more, you kind of handle things a bit smoother. When you are kind of iffy with yourself or not really hard on yourself, you are very, very hard on yourself. So practice, make that an everyday practice, okay? We also have this, you are sacred. We have this soul laws here and treating your body as a temple, the sacred temple. Even though you went through some type of soul laws, this could make you want to neglect yourself, make you want to not like yourself, make you look at yourself as like, who am I? But there's a need for you to kind of like praise your body. I don't know if you have kind of praise your body for getting you through certain things, for getting you to point A to point B, praising your body. Like telling you, thank you for getting myself out of the bed when I spiritually didn't feel like it, mentally didn't feel like it, but my body carried me. Like there's a need for you to have this relationship with your actual body, with your arms, with your legs, with your feet, with your nose. There's a need for you to understand and appreciate how much your body has you, how much your body has lifted you up and gotten you through so many different things. So I know there needs to be, I love my body. I love my body. That affirmation is going to be really, really big for a lot of people. Okay. Somebody could have seen something bad. Somebody's seen some type of soul loss or something happening. It's something like Sapphire up under you. So somebody gets some type of psychic vision about something going completely wrong. And it's like Sapphire up under you. It's like you can't ignore this feeling. You can't say, okay, I didn't get this dream. It's something that makes you act. This is almost like a prophecy. Something that you can't quite ignore. Can't say, oh, I had a crazy dream and then it's over with. No. Something that continues to haunt you. Something that's on your mind. Is something that you need to act with. So a fire gets let up under you. This is a deep hurt. Some of you could have predicted like a death or something. Something deep like that. Something deep. Something a little dark too. It made you do something quick. For some of you guys, you can be witnessing things like natural disasters and things like that. Something is going to get you. Remember the fires, that's creativity, spirituality. Some going to get you on your knees and get to praying. Something that you get to praying about. It's like a fire is up under you, okay? We also have this, not only, somebody is also going through their soul loss while they have a lot of other people surrounding them, negative people surrounding them, and it is tearing them apart when it comes to their emotions, when it comes to love relationships, when it comes to a lot of different things. There's a lot of hurt there. There's also a person around you who it will break your heart for you to get from around you. Like this is not something that you want to do, but you have to do it in order for regulation. But there's some people around you while you're going through this soul loss, while you are trying to figure out who you are again, get back connected with you. There's negative people, negative mindsets, chaos, drama, people picking you apart, people belittling you, surrounding you. There's also negative people surrounding. Being influenced by other people. Surrounding you while you're trying to gather your harvest, or surrounding your harvest. Somebody is surrounding the gatherer. That's you. And there's a need for you to treat your body as a temple, to give yourself these boundaries, to give other people boundaries and yourself boundaries as well. You do have the phoenix. The phoenix rises as the gatherer. So the moment you start racking up things, the moment your harvest start coming in, that's when you know that you have risen as the gatherer. Something, like I said, something gets you up. Somebody is seeing two things. They're seeing soul loss and they're seeing harvest too at the same time. They're seeing two things here. All right, we also have the sight of the owl, the gatherer, and the ceremony that is that. Somebody is seeing them gather up their harvest, gather up the fruits of their labor, and they're seeing them actually celebrate it. That is what a person is seeing. the actual gathering and the celebration, or the gatherer celebrating, having a ceremony, or there's a ceremony about this person, about you. That's what you're seeing. When you rise, you'll become the river woman. In your mindset, in the way that you speak, in the way that you think, you'll become this river woman, in a sense of you knowing that everything works out for you. You'll become the person that lives in a constant state of abundance, because even the shortcomings are for you. Even the bad days are for you. Even the stuff you don't even understand is for you. It's just like you become that person who is always highly abundant, always has enough to give, because she believes so. Just looking at the world completely different. When I know that some of us can look at the world out of our problems, out of our lack, out of our insecurities, out of our fears, out of our shortcomings. But you start to look at the world a completely different way. So different that other people may feel like they don't even recognize you. They don't recognize this version of you who is always abundant, who always looks at the glass half full instead of half empty. The river woman looks at the glass as overflowing all the time. There's something. She can find the beauty in anything. Just try her. She can find the beauty there. She can find the love there. If she were to look hard enough, she can definitely find. And then it gets to a point where you don't even have to look hard. Love is just all around you. That's all you see. So this is a higher level of consciousness that you rise to. But there is a fall. And there could be a negative environment or a negative group around you that is aiding in this fall and actually putting you there. But it's for your good. They have no idea where they're putting you, because they have no idea that you are an actual seed. So they put you in the dirt. They don't know that you grow and blossom. They don't know that's where you've been trying to get, or that's where you belong, or that's where the growth happens. We have darkness. We have river woman and sacred temple. So even in the darkness, for some of you guys, you're kind of wondering where or when does this happen? When am I going to turn into the phoenix and then see everything as abundant and start living that life that I so desperately want to live? I want to see life as abundant so I can attract what I am, what I feel. It'll be easier for me to manifest the things that I want, right? It happens in the darkness. It happens right here. Nowhere else. It happens right where you are. There's a perception change. So, in a sense of thanking your body for this now, there is a need for you to fall totally in love with the version you are right now. Because that means the version you are right now is going to take you where you need to go. Because it happens now in your darkness, in your time of need. Right now. It happens where you are. So there's a need for you to fall in love. There's a need for you to thank yourself for being able to do that. For having that type of idea. For having that level of awareness. This isn't something that you get when you get. Spirit continue to let you know and nudge you that you already have it. You are the magician. You already have everything you need right now. So when I talk about rise and the fall, we talk about there's a period of falling and then there's a period of rising, right? So it looks like you fall, you fell down dead, and then you turn into this phoenix, the bird with the flames, and you rise out of the sky. And there has to be a turning point. So we all kind of like, in our minds, we really want to know where that turning point is. Some of us, so we can turn it, so we can get there quicker, you know, so we can be familiar, whatever it is. We want to know where that turning point is. See how far away we are from it most of the times. But to know that that turning point is now. It's where you are right now. For a lot of you guys, there's a certain perception of how you've been thinking about the world that has been elevating. It's elevating for a while. And it's going to continue to elevate. All right. We have darkness, forest tears, and warrior woman. That's you going back to the forest, looking back at the forest. The sights of the forest is so, it can keep you. That's why, remember, it's like a passage that say, don't look back. If you look back, you'll turn to stone. And I think one of the wives looked back or something, and they turned to stone right then and there. It's almost getting this energy of just how looking back is so triggering to a lot of people that can suck you right into that emotion. It can suck you right back into it. It can keep you in a place where you are just there. That's just how I'm just explaining the passion of, or the triggering of whatever it is you're looking back at before you move forward, before you walk out of this war. You are a warrior woman, which means you are a warrior of the war. So you're on the winning side. But looking back at that war, it was a nasty sight to see. But there's the message here, though, is there needs to be a lot of strength for you to realize that the war is over after you look back at it. Something's going to be so triggering that you may look back at it and you may for a second think that it's real and alive again and it's, it hasn't been defeated. But something has been defeated and it's all over. And now there's an abundance. Now you can look forward to love and abundance. You don't need to have your guards on. You don't need any weapons. You can look forward to love and abundance. Now, after you transform with the truth, you'll look back at this thing and you'll have a sacred ceremony. After you transform with the truth. This is just showing you how triggering the darkness is, and where you don't want to be in the darkness. Realize that the war is over, but you're going to get one last look at some type of darkness or something. But there needs to be this last look, and there needs to be some type of sacred ceremony about this. A prayer, a song, a dance, something to show that you are grateful for the ending of a war. Instead of just feeling like you're being hunted by memories from a time that hurt you. When you rise as the phoenix too, and you look back, you'll be with child. And this is just some type of new beginning that is on its way out. This belly look like it's about to pop, but I would say probably about 3 months out. Something is definitely going to come for you. Somebody's belly is going to be hanging low. So was that a boy, right? I'm not sure, but have it go hang low, hang high. Y'all know how it go. But somebody's belly will be hanging low. You'll have a decision right then and there about what you're looking back at. And this is to release everything, to have a sacred ceremony. You are leaving with something. You do have something birthed. So you do have a product of something, or you do have some type of life somewhere in you. I feel like somebody is going to be overjoyed with happiness. And also this blessing, this new beginning, this pregnancy, this comes from your offerings. This comes from you expressing your truth. This comes from you sharing your prophecies. This comes from you sharing your words. This comes from you always pouring back into the universe. So the universe is pouring back into you. All right, I'm going to leave it right here. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.